Turbine update part 2. Right, concrete's gone off, that's nice and set. I've just grabbed my old generator from the yard. Hopefully I can coax it back into life, but being a Honda it should be alright, even though it hasn't been used for a year or so. We'll see if we can get the drilling done. So we've done the bolting down. One thing I want you to take a look at is the pole. You will notice something about this pole from the last video. That is considerably straighter. Now, I had lots of comments from the last video, completely understandably, about my pole not being straight. And you know what I should do about it, and a lot of them involved sending it back to the manufacturer. You know, it's not good enough sort of from a manufacturer's point of view. They shouldn't be distributing stuff like that, blah blah blah, and that those points are all absolutely valid. However, the problem with that, well, it's not really a problem. I could have done that. I could have arranged to get it sent back, probably, although I actually bought this some months ago, and so that might have made things a bit difficult. They might have wiggled their way around it and stuff like that, you know. So I said, well, you know, you bought it months ago, you haven't put it up till now, blah blah blah, but you know, we can't do anything about it now. But I got thinking, what I'm doing down here is all about self-reliance. That's the whole reason behind this. It's trying to make a simpler way of life, trying to provide a bit extra for my family, build in a bit of resilience to an uncertain future. And if I'd sent this pole back, that would have been a failure in a way, because there will come a time in the future, there will absolutely come a time in the future when we can't just send it, we can't go, that's not good enough, send it back, because the company you were dealing with, who knows what's going to happen. Half the people there might be dead, the company might have gone bust, the global economy might have collapsed, we just don't know what's going to happen. So I thought, it's down to me to sort this out. I've got to sort it out. So I'll show you what I did. So here's the pole bolted down. I didn't do, as you can see, I didn't do any welding or anything like that. And you know, feel free to berate me for this, you know, but what I've done, you can see where the plates were off there, and you can see in the middle is a washer, and that is all it took. So I've got a good bolt down on 3 of those surfaces, and then the final one is just on that washer there. So it's all bolted up tight. Obviously it's something I have to keep an eye on. but as a quick and easy fix, that was pretty good. It's not going to be 100%, it's not going to be perfect, but it's a damn sight better than it was. And based on the fact that this thing should be over engineered massively for what's required of it, I don't really see it being a problem. Other things I've done is just get my shackles ready. So I bought these extra shackles to go through my bolts. I had to chip a little bit of concrete away just to get those through, but all good and solid. And then my adjuster fits on there, so I've got 4 of those all ready to go. What I'm going to do now is bolt the mast onto the base and lay it out in that direction. Here we have the first clamp in place. Wilma's barking away, so she's telling me it's time to go home. Wilma, we're going to go home.
Unfortunately, we haven't got the electricity going here.
Okay, just taking a real quick opportunity while Tom's just gone off to get some milk. That was my brother Tom, big brother that you saw, doing a little bit of soldering on the end here, just while he's gone, because obviously he doesn't want to be on camera particularly, so he didn't know I was filming him. And also I feel a bit weird about filming while there's other people around. It's my issue, but there you go. So stage we're at now, he's done the soldering of the cables. They're all soldered up and they're inside here, joined up to the main cable that we've got down there. Here's the actual unit, as you can see. Pivots on a bearing there. It's a Baird BTW 400S, which is 400 watt. There's the rotor head ready to have the blades bolted on, and then we'll bolt that end back on. And I've got a couple of guy lines up. I've got the other 2 to do, and then we're going to pull it up. We'll pull it off the log store just to hold it up as you know, as we're going up, sort of thing, just to make it secure. So that is the plan. So that is the plan. Watch this space. It's the end of the day, and we've got the turbine up, which is great. What is slightly less great is that it's not really working, but predictably, and I know I'm going to get loads of like, well, I told you so, you know, sort of comments, or of course it's not going to work comments, but basically it's too close to the trees. What I've got, when I was down here the other day, I had the wind blowing in a different direction when I was stood on the roof, and now it's in the direction of the more prevailing wind. It's just got too much tree behind it, so I'll show you what we've done. So there's the pole, there's the turbine, and obviously you can see there's a big hawthorn there, and there's another sort of hawthorn area there, and it's just not high enough. So the wind that's coming through from, well, you know, directly where that's facing it, it's got a clear run straight to that point, but then it's like the trees behind are acting like a buffer, so it's just not tall enough. So what we're proposing to do is extend the pole I don't know exactly when this will happen. It won't be instantly, that's for sure. But we'll extend the pole, because I will get this is basically just scaffold pole. So I've got another section of scaffold pole at the yard. We're gonna drill a hole through that new section of scaffold pole so it can become the bottom section, and use a scaffolding clamp which will just bolt onto there and there to raise it up, hopefully by about another 8 feet. The unfortunate thing with that is we haven't got enough cable length to do that, so I'm going to have to buy all new cables, longer cables for that. But that will raise it up hopefully to above the height of that tree behind, and we'll put it in sort of clearer air, because beyond that there's less canopy. So hopefully that will do the job, and that will get it running a bit better, because it's actually been a reasonably breezy day today, so there should be enough wind speed to get it turning, get it working properly. But on the plus side, I know we've got to change all this again now, but we've got the cable run into the hut, and it's all very temporary, but all the inputs are all sorted, battery outputs are sorted, battery inputs are sorted. The little red flashing light on the back there is telling us that it's connected up, so we know that's working, even though it's not doing anything. And I've got just 2 batteries under there at the moment. These will need to be connected up properly at a later date and set properly. Eventually they will probably go in a box outside, but for the time being they're in the hut out of the way. It's been a really busy day down here. We've got a lot done. I'm pleased we got the tower up. It has the thing has turned a bit, but it's literally probably done about 3 or 4 revolutions in the whole time it's been up now, which is about 4 hours, so it's certainly not doing anything at all to charge any batteries. But you know, in theory, if we get a lot of wind and we get the right wind, then it's all connected up right and it'll work, so that's fine. It can sit there for the time being. It's not going to do any harm. So I'm a little bit dejected, excuse me, about that. But you know, it's part of life, isn't it? It's part of trials and tribulations of learning things. Ultimately, I knew that it should have been out there, you know, out in the field, out over there somewhere. But I wanted a shorter cable run, and I wanted it next to the hut where it was hidden away, and that comes at a price, and it's going to now mean I need more work to get it taller, to get it to work. You know, there's more faffing about. My problem. But yeah, I'm just down here clearing up now. Getting sorted. I've had my parents down today. They've been lending a hand, and Amy and Carl came down as well. They helped with the sort of like the erecting of the wires and things, and then they had to go, and the timing worked out really well because Mum and Dad turned up, so then Dad helped us level it all up and sort that out, so that was great. And Mum had her first driving lesson. My mum, who doesn't drive, has never driven a car, terrified of anything motorised, she had her first driving lesson, so I'll let you see that. So there you go, that was Mum having a driving lesson, so I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, it's the end of the day, it's 7 o'clock, Sunday evening. I'm knackered, I've got a full week of work ahead of me, which is going to be really tiring. It's time to go home. I've probably missed Countryfile already, damn it, I love Countryfile. Oh well, I have to watch it on catch up. Cheers guys, see you soon.